You ever just watch a bird and wonder what in the world is going on in its head? You know, from how a whole flock moves together in the sky to that little head tilt a sparrow does? Well, their world is packed with secrets, and today we're going to decode them.
I mean, think about it. The birds you see every single day, maybe on your way to work or just hanging out in the park, they're so common that, let's be honest, we barely even notice them most of the time. But here's the thing, those actions that look totally random, they're not at all. It's actually this super complex language of survival and communication, and believe it or not, some serious intelligence.
So come on, let's pull back the curtain a little bit. We are going to dig into the why behind what they do. And I'm telling you, your next walk in the park, it's going to feel completely different after this.
All right, first up, let's talk winter. Now for us, winter just means, colder weather, maybe some snow. But for a bird, oh man, it's like the entire rule book for life gets thrown out the window. That easy living they had in the summer, totally over. Now it's a full-on high-stakes game of survival. So, have you ever noticed how in winter, birds are suddenly all over the ground? Well, the answer is pretty simple. It's all about the food. Think of it like this. In the summer, the trees are like a 5-star all-you-can-eat buffet of insects and berries. But when winter hits, that restaurant shuts down completely. The only food left is on the ground floor. We're talking seeds and bugs hidden under leaves. So they have no choice but to completely change up their entire dining strategy. And that desperate search for food, that's exactly why they team up. See, flocking isn't just a social get-together, it's a seriously brilliant survival strategy. For one, more eyes means a way better chance of spotting those scarce resources. 2, they huddle together to share warmth. And 3, and this is a big one, there is absolute safety in numbers. I mean, can you imagine being a predator trying to pick one bird out of that swirling, confusing mass? It's a nightmare for them. Plus, with so many lookouts, danger gets spotted in a flash.
Okay, so we've got the big picture on seasonal survival. Now let's zoom in and decode some of those specific, kind of quirky behaviors. The ones that really make you scratch your head and go, what was that all about?
Oh, you've definitely seen this one. That little bird hopping around on the lawn, tilting its head back and forth. It totally looks like it's deep in thought, maybe pondering the meaning of life, right? Well, the real reason is way cooler and honestly, a lot more practical.
It's not thinking, it's listening, and with incredible precision. See, a bird's ears are just little openings on the sides of its head. But here's the wild part. In a lot of species, they're asymmetrical. One is slightly higher than the other. So when it hears a tiny little rustle, say an insect under the leaves, it starts tilting its head. It's basically aiming those ear canals like a pair of satellite dishes. That little tilt allows it to use the microsecond delay between when the sound hits each ear to triangulate the exact location of its next meal. So yeah, that cute little head tilt, it's actually a super sophisticated hunting tool.
And what about those absolutely jaw-dropping moments when a huge flock of birds moves as one, like a living, breathing cloud in the sky? That's called a murmuration. And as beautiful as it is, it's not a dance. It's a life-or-death defense mechanism. Imagine you're a falcon trying to single out just one bird from that swirling, unpredictable chaos. It's nearly impossible. It's the ultimate form of protection in numbers.
So, we've gone from this massive group activity down to the voice of a single bird. What sounds to us like just a bunch of random chirping is, in reality, an incredibly complex language. For example, a sparrow's soft chun-chun call, that's just a casual, "Hey, I'm over here, all good?" But a sharp, high-pitched chirp, that's a full-on scream of, "Danger, everyone hide!" They have totally different calls for territorial fights, for trying to find a mate, and of course, the constant "feed me" from the little ones. It's a whole conversation happening out there, and we're basically just eavesdropping.
Okay, so how do these incredible creatures navigate our world? Because let's be real, they're not just out there in the wild anymore. They are our neighbors. They live right here with us in our cities and suburbs.
And a perfect example of this is let's call it the crow conundrum. You know, the endless battle of crow versus trash bag. Crows are, and I'm not exaggerating, ridiculously smart. They solve problems, they learn from experience, they even teach each other. To a crow, our trash bag's just a fun, delicious puzzle waiting to be solved. It's basically an urban arms race. We come up with a new way to secure our trash, and they figure out how to crack it. Our only shot is to try and stay one step ahead with tight lids and nets. And you have to be persistent, because trust me, a crow will learn your routine and exploit it.
Okay, Let's talk about a situation where our best intentions can actually cause a lot of harm. It's a classic dilemma. You're walking along and you see a baby bird on the ground. It looks so small and helpless. Your first instinct, of course, is to rush in and save it. But wait, stop. Before you do anything at all, you need to just pause and observe.
So here's the game plan. First, just watch from a distance. Most of the time, what you found isn't a helpless baby, it's a fledgling, basically a bird teenager. It's on the ground because it's learning how to fly, and I guarantee you its parents are nearby, probably yelling encouragement from a tree. If you rush in, you're just going to scare them away. So if the little guy looks healthy and isn't in immediate danger, the absolute best thing you can do is nothing. Leave it alone. It's only if it's clearly injured or you're positive it's been abandoned that you should call a local wildlife expert.
So, are you feeling a little inspired? Maybe you want to become a better bird watcher yourself? Let's wrap things up with a few simple tips on how you can be a better observer and, honestly, a better neighbor to our feathered friends.
Thinking about putting up a bird feeder? Awesome. But here's rule number 1. You gotta be patient. It can take a while for birds to trust a new food source. A good starting point is sunflower seeds. They're pretty popular. Also, try to place the feeder near some trees or shrubs so they have a quick, safe place to escape to if they get spooked. And please, please, please keep the feeder and any water source you have clean. Seriously, you don't want to be responsible for a local bird pandemic.
And when you're actually out there watching, the golden rule is super simple. Observe, don't disturb. Just be quiet, move slowly, and keep a respectful distance. That's how you get to see their natural behavior, the really cool stuff. If you really get into it, grab a field guide to start identifying who's who. And just like that, you've got yourself a brand new hobby.
You know, in the end, this is about more than just birds. It's really about taking a second to pay attention to the amazing world that's all around us and finding something extraordinary in what we see every day. So the next time you see a bird, don't just see a bird. See a story unfolding. And maybe ask yourself, what is it trying to tell me?